Yo, what's poppin', peeps? Happy Friday. T-Money up in the heezy. It's been a long week, but I'm here. Finally, the weekend has arrived, and I'm getting myself some good Vietnamese food tonight. Oh, I just can't wait for this weekend. I'm probably going to do some serious swimming hole swimming, get out in some nature and just chillax. Just love it. Love the summer. Love my days off. I mean, who doesn't, right? So anyways, let's get right into this update. No more time to waste. The first thing, so I have 4 packages that came in today. There's 3 of them. There's the 4th. But first, I do want to share with you guys a release that I got in yesterday. The Changeling from Severin. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I don't believe... Oh, I did do a really quick video. That's right, sharing this. So it's kind of old news, but... yeah, I don't believe this movie has a US release otherwise on Blu-ray. So it is coming out from Eureka. But this is really, really, really nice. I checked it out, opened it up, watched just a few scenes to see the transfer and everything is just immaculately, it's just beautiful. It's a really, really nice release. So if you're at all a fan of this movie, I would grab it. If you like slipcovers, and this is a beautiful slipcover, I would grab it soon, because I don't know how long the slips are going to be around for, but great movie, The Changeling. Don't really need to say anything more. So I got a package from Zavvi. I've got a package from Dark Force Entertainment, Code Red affiliate, and then 2 from, one of them is from, maybe they're both from Scream Factory, I think. I know one of them is, but I'm not sure with both of them. But we're going to start with the Dark Force Entertainment release. Just because it's a film that I'm not familiar with, and it's more of an action exploitation type film, so that's not really my preferred subgenre of film by any means. So let's dig in though, take a look-see what we got here. It's a new release, newish release from Dark Force Entertainment. There goes that phone again, ringing every 2 seconds. There's really not anything I can do about the phone. It rings a lot. It's one of the drawbacks to living in this house is that the fucking phone rings off the hook. So I'm sorry, guys. I just have to put up with it though. And we have a film with Vincent Gallo and Natasha Lyonne or Lyon. Freeway 2: Confessions of a Trick Baby. Yeah, it's number 5 in the, but the number scheme is pretty messed up with Dark Force, so I'm not sure if this is like a reprint of number 5 or if it's actually number 5 in the line. It says the 5th single edition, okay, from Dark Force Entertainment stars the 2 I mentioned, Natasha as a teen prostitute that escapes from a juvenile prison with a 16-year-old lesbian serial killer. And they both go on a destructive road trip to Mexico in this twist on the Hansel and Gretel fairy tale. So that's cool because I love the Hansel and Gretel fairy tale. I mentioned that before on this channel, but sounds like maybe Hansel and Gretel meets Pulp Fiction or Hansel and Gretel meets Natural Born Killers, something along those lines. If anybody's seen this movie, let me know your thoughts. It does say Freeway 2, so I'm assuming there is a Freeway 1, which I have not seen either, but I grabbed it because I collect Dark Force Entertainment, and, you know, it doesn't sound awful. The only films that I don't really collect that Code Red, Dark Force put out are like the trucker films and the sexploitation stuff. Not that I really mind either, they're just not really my forte, and, you know, I don't really care for those types of films. But if it's action exploitation blend with any of those 2 genres, I'll check them out. So let's get into this one. Really excited for this release. This is a new steelbook for a movie that I absolutely love. I think it might be 3 movies total, but 2 in particular that I absolutely love. I've been waiting for this one to come for a while. Now, I've watched a lot of videos recently where people are showing off their Best Buy releases of the film that I'm about to show you, but I opted to pre-order this release before I even knew that Best Buy was going to be coming out with the same film. So I'm not a big Best Buy guy, to be honest. Occasionally I'll go and if there's a movie that I need to see that has a Best Buy exclusive or something like that, I'll pick it up. But Best Buy is not one of the companies that I, have to have every one of their releases up by any means. So, long story short, I really dug the artwork on this release as well. Way better than the, I think it's like way different than the US release. I could be totally wrong, but I think this is its own. Back up, or I mean, don't kill me, don't be too hard on me if I'm wrong. But this is actually, so it's Schwarzenegger's Predator on 4K. So I think one of the advantages to getting the 4K in the US is that, and again, I could be wrong, is that I shouldn't be spewing information that I'm even questioning, but didn't they release all 3 on 4K? Answer that in the comments if you know. But anyway, we have Schwarzenegger and Predator, really stellar packaging job. It's got the J cover on the slipcase, the J card cover on the slipcase. It includes 4K Ultra HD disc, of course the Blu-ray disc as well. It says 4 times sharper than HD. Now this is a film that honestly has never looked good in HD before, if you ask me. Like all of the US releases, all of the times that it's been put out, it just never really had a release that caught my eye. So I'm extremely curious to check out what this is going to look like in 4K, because I do have a 4K player. So, but I totally dig that cover artwork. I think it's a lot of fun. So the special features are chocked full, all kinds of Predator featurettes, effects featurettes, short takes, the making of the film, audio commentaries, text commentary, just a lot of stuff, high dynamic, okay, yeah. Those are all the 4K capabilities that I was reading, but it's a film that really goes without having to discuss. I feel like everybody's seen Predator, so awesome. So those of you who are in the market for the UK release, HD release, I don't know why you would be if you could get it at Best Buy as well, but like I said, I ordered this before I even knew Best Buy was going to be releasing the film on 4K, so, but I really do dig the cover artwork, and I think it's different from the US release, so, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's different. So, that's that. Last but not least, I have 2 packages, both of which I believe are from Scream Factory. So let's get into this one first. One of them I know what it is. The second one I'm not quite sure. So we have Brain Scan. I'm hoping I didn't order 2 copies of this film, and that's what's going to be in the other one, but I'm thinking I may have accidentally because I'm such a big fan of this film. I had been anticipating its release for so long. But yeah, so finally we have the great Brain Scan on Blu-ray. Now I can get rid of my DVDs. I have multiple DVD copies that I had found at FYE in the past. And at one time, you know, the DVD was going for a lot of money because it was way out of print. Another one that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of, seen, starring Edward Furlong, who I've met before, and Frank Langella, so some Dracula action as well. Great movie. Most of you guys probably know what this is about, but it kind of like a video game, sci-fi, horror, hybrid type thing. Yeah, interactive video games. It's cool. It's I don't know. I really enjoy it. And it's a film I feel like that gets kind of overlooked. Pipsy, what are you doing, baby girl? What are you doing, love? I feel like it kind of gets overlooked as being one of, I don't know, Edward Furlong's. I don't know. It's a great movie. So check it out if you haven't seen it and you like that kind of, because it's ahead of its time in the sense that it's like futuristic, interactive video game horror. So it's a nice hybrid of film, I would say. Let's check it out, open up the movie and see what we get in the inside. And also I was curious about the special features on this release as well. So let's see. New audio commentary with the assistant director. New digital debut, an interview with screenwriter. New Talking with Trickster, an interview with actor T. Ryder Smith. New Merging Realities, featuring interviews with special makeup effects supervisor Steve Johnson and special makeup effects Andy Schoenberg and Mike Smithson. New Musical Virtuosity, an interview with composer. Deleted scene, behind the scenes featurettes, and still gallery. So I was really curious to know whether or not Edward Furlong was going to do anything on this film in terms of an interview for the release, and clearly he's not. That indicates to me that he probably wasn't, they didn't offer to pay him enough money, because I know Edward Furlong is kind of struggling. He looked really, really bad when I don't know the guy, so, you know, it's not really my business or duty to say how he's doing, I guess. It's not, like I said, it's not my business, but he looked like shit when I saw him back in 2011, and I know he's been struggling as an artist and an addict and all that shit, so it sucks. But yeah, he's nowhere to be seen on the features on this release, which is a bummer. It's too bad. I would have at least liked to have seen him discuss his role in this film. It's from 1994, so a long time ago. But yeah, check it out if you guys like Edward Furlong and 90s virtual reality horror. It's good stuff. Alright, last up we have Awesome. Oh, I love this movie so much. So I'm glad to know that it's not Brain Scan again. This movie I have a special relationship with. My father, growing up, loved this movie. Always had it on. He had a VHS rip of it, I'm sure. We watched it so many times together. It is probably my favorite Vincent Price film, just because I have that special relationship with it, that special history with it. I love this film so much. The Tingler. I think the story behind this one is that William Castle, it's a William Castle production, and when it was in the theaters, William Castle had like a little thing rigged on the seats, and I think he pushed a button and like the Tingler was in the theater, and it was like, I don't know, rubbing against people's feet or legs or something like that, but it's just really fun. The effects in this movie are so bad, but they're so good. It's just so memorable because it's such an old, what's the word? It's like, it's not ahead of its time at all, but just the special effects in this movie, the like animatronics or lack thereof, whatever they used as the Tingler, is just so goofy looking, but it's so fun and it's so like memorable. And just the scenes in this movie with any scene that involves the Tingler in this movie is great. And I love the scene that's featured on the back there when I think they're in the lab, and you've got the old skeleton bones and Vincent Price. Just some of the shots in the lab in this movie with Vincent Price are just so good. It's got, I don't know why, but I always affiliate it with like a Hammer horror film, even though it's not. It's just that the whole like vibe of this movie I associate with a time when I used to watch black and white Hammer horror films with my dad all the time, and the Tingler was always one that we loved. So you know, even when Scream Factory was putting out like the Vincent Price collections, I was always highly anticipating or wanting the release of the Tingler to come out, and it never did. So I was like, what's the deal? Why aren't they including the Tingler on any of these Vincent Price releases? And I'm just happy that they eventually got to it. And to be quite honest, I'm glad that it got its own release. I think that's really special. So good. There are a few special features on here as well, so just another still in the inside. It's nothing crazy, but for special features, we have a new audio commentary with author-historian Steve Haberman, a new I Survived the Tingler, an interview with Pamela Lincoln, new Unleashing Pericepto, an interview with publicist Barry Laurie, Scream for Your Lives, William Castle and the Tingler, featurette, William Castle's drive-in scream scene, so I'm thinking that might be what I referenced in the beginning. Original scream scene, the original 1959 theater lobby recording, theatrical trailer and still gallery. So some fun features on this release as well. If you're a fan of this film, definitely pick it up. I couldn't tell you about the actual picture quality of it, but I can bet that it's pretty good, and it's a good release. So when the screen screams, you'll scream too. If you value your life. The Tingler, baby. Love it. Absolutely love it. I can't wait to revisit it in HD, see how it looks. Better than ever, I'm sure. Because we literally watched this movie so many times growing up as a kid. On a shitty VHS tape. Or even on cable, maybe. I don't even remember, but we watched it a bunch. Definitely a household staple. So, thanks guys. That's my update. Pretty small, actually. But some cool stuff. So, thank you for watching, as always. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow night's my drawing, midnight. I will be picking a name, so thank you to everyone who has entered so far. the contest. I watched PMax and Lisa Loves today, and I love both of their videos, so I appreciate you guys showing some support and love. And tomorrow night, good luck to everybody who's entered. I appreciate you all so much. I don't know why I'm going like that with my movie, but have a good one. Catch you later. Peace. Is this thing off? No, not yet. There it is.